I've been behind the wheel of this Nissan Quest 3.5 SE for a couple of weeks now, and I can't get over how much it reminds me of a space shuttle. Come on, think of it. 7-passenger seating, 7 astronauts in the shuttle. Well, actually it's pretty much the looks, interior and exterior, that remind me of a shuttle. It looks very distinctive when you compare it with its competition, with the other minivans. It looks actually quite nice. I like its looks. And as I said, its distinctiveness, well, it could be a purchasing factor for some people, for like me, for example. When this Quest was launched, it had a lot of bad rap for its subpar fit and finish. There was a lot of rattles and squeaks inside. I can say for 2006, for this model anyway, that has pretty much been cured, apart from maybe a little shaky seats in the back, a little very slight little noise. The dash and everything is very quiet now, so they did a good job of sound deadening the interior. Under the hood we have a 3.5 liter V6, Nissan's excellent engine, delivers 240 horsepower. It's pretty good, nice and powerful. I would say for people that have a growing family, have to ditch their sports cars in favor of a minivan or something to haul a family, this would be a good compromise. As for the handling goes, it's actually fun to drive also. Of course, it's not a sports car, but it tries very hard to be one. It's nice and entertaining to drive, and I really liked it very much. Inside the Quest, you'll find, well, quite an attractive interior, if somewhat distinct, again, compared to the competition. We have the much talked about center instrument panel, which looks like a big cement cylinder, and it works quite well except for the heating gauges, which you have to turn left or right if you want cold or air, and it's spring loaded, so you can't just turn and turn and turn. You gotta keep your finger on it, your hand on it, while the temperature goes down or up, so that's pretty aggravating. You also have the rear controls for the heating and ventilation, which you can bypass by rear controls. The DVD navigation system works well, works pretty well actually, and I thought maybe the center mounted instrument panel with the speedometer and stuff would be annoying, but it actually didn't mind me as much. Another annoying feature inside, in the front anyway, is the seats are quite uncomfortable. I don't know, a human spine has a curve on the bottom of your back, but in these seats the curve is like in the middle, so you have a hard time getting comfortable. You can fiddle around with the power switches and stuff, but you never can quite get that sweet spot. And on long distances, like trips that we've been on to in the last couple of weeks, well, that can get a little aggravating and your back will start to hurt. But on short trips, just going to work and stuff, going to a shopping center, that's not really a problem. There is a center cup holder that is foldable, so you can fold it down and go and reach the DVD player that's hidden underneath the passenger seat. But once it's locked into place, this cup holder, it shivers a lot, so when you put your coffee on it and you're on a highway, it shivers and shakes and you have the impression that your coffee is going to spill, but it didn't happen. Now I'm sitting in the third row seat of the Quest. It's actually quite comfortable. Over long trips I sat in the back for a couple of hours and I have no complaints. When you get in back, you kind of have a step up, so it's actually quite nice. You're sitting and you have the impression that you're sitting in a theater because you're higher up than everybody else sitting in the vehicle. You have the twin screen DVD players, very nice touch, although people sitting in back would close this screen and would watch the movies in the screen in front because it may be a little too close and you'll get sick watching your movie. Well, I guess it depends on the movie. Another good feature is when if you have people that are sitting in the back here, and when you're backing up this van, you don't quite see where you're going. Luckily, this SE model has a backup camera integrated into the front screen, so when the driver puts it in reverse, you see what's behind the van, and it also has stripes that'll tell you what the direction is when you're backing up, so it's pretty handy. And it also has like a Parktronic, so it'll beep when you approach moving objects. Another last handy feature in this SE model, once again, is the power doors. So you have power sliding doors and the power rear door also as well that you can open with the remote control. One bad thing about the back seat is when you want to fold it in and you fold it behind, you fold these front seats, second row seats, you're always stuck with a bunch of headrests because you got to take them out in order to fold down these seats, and it doesn't make for a flat surface. And that compared to, for example, the Chrysler minivans, which I've tested before and have the stow and go system, well, that's rather a deficiency. Well, the 2006 Quest 3.5 SE, like this one, has a base price of $46,400. That's not exactly cheap, but as far as luxury minivans go, it's in about the same range as its competition. Vary from $47,000 to $50,000, approximately. You can get a base Quest for about $32,000, which is nicely equipped and comes with the same powerful V6 engine. As for this minivan, well, I'm quite impressed, but you have to forgive maybe its interior deficiencies in order to appreciate it most. I know that Nissan is currently working on a new Quest, so by seeing that the new products that they're launching right now, I can't help to think that the next generation Quest will be an excellent vehicle.